and welcome to the special mind mapping of corporate finance with me, Intan Puspitasari from EMBA class of 2024 IPME. The study lecture by Prof. Roy Sembel, Distinguished Chair for Finance and Investment. And now we will exploring the big picture of mind mapping within context of corporate finance. As you know, corporate finance encompasses a wide range of decisions and strategy aimed at maximizing value for shareholders and ensuring the financial health of an organization. But with so many interconnected concepts, it can sometimes feel overwhelming. That's where mind mapping comes in. Let me introduce you the content of course. Number one, introduction of finance management and time value of money. Number two, capital budgeting. Number three, analysis of security and portfolio investment. Number four, capital structure. Number five, corporate restructuring. Number six, fraud risk management. Number seven, and investment, and the last about dividend policy. In this session, we will exploring the basic of finance management. First, we will to know about the goal of finance management. They are basic objective, operational objective, social objective, and research objective. And the goal of the firm are maximize profit and maximize shareholder wealth. And then we jump to what to manage in financial management. Number one, capital structure. Number two, working capital management. Number three, asset structure. Number four, revenue management. Number five, cost management. Number six, cash flow management. Number seven, growth management. And number eight, risk management. And then the important finance concepts are number one, risk return trade-off. Number two, time value of money. Number three, cash is king. Number four, incremental cash flow. Number five, course of competitive markets. Number six, efficient capital market. Number seven, agency problem. Number eight, tax bias business decision. Number nine, all risk is not equal. And number 10, ethical behavior. In agency problem caused by conflict of interest, asymmetric info, and moral hazard. This all can be solved by make manager compensation, reflect share price, or stock option, or fire the manager, or take over, and GCG. And about GCG or good corporate government can implement by tariff or T for transparency, A for accountability, R for responsibility, A for independency, and F for fairness. And the result of this implementation are prudent management according to mandate given, sustainability performance improvement, or better corporate image, and value creation. The value creation, there is four cornerstone of corporate finance. They are core of value principle, conservative of value principle, acceptation treadmill principle, and best owner principle. And the last about this introduction about 5 business essential by Ramcharan. They are number one, cash. Number two, profit margin. Number three, velocity. Number four, growth. And number five, customer focus. After I introduce you about financial management, now we talk about time value money. The time value of money suggests that sum of money has a different value at the different point in time. Like compounding, volume money today, same in the future. And discounting, value in the future, same with today. And perpetuity, never-ending stream of cash flow from the investment in the field of corporate finance. It is annuity that has no ending date. And the famous rule of 72. You want to know how long it takes to double your money? Just divide 72 by your interest rate. And the next subject in corporate finance is capital budgeting, planning process for investment in a long-term assets. The concept of capital budgeting are: number one, estimate expected future cash flow. Number two, evaluate the project based on capital budgeting evaluating criteria. Number three, decided whether or which project is good or bad. The method of capital budgeting are: number one, payback period. How many years does it take to cover the initial investment? Not consider time of value of money. Require rate of return or cash flow from the project. Number two, with NPV or net present value. The present value of all cash flow in positive and negative. If the NPV greater than or equal 0, then it accepted. Number three, profitability index. If the profitability index greater than or equal to 1, accepted, and if the profitability index less than 1, reject. Number four, ERR or internal rate of return. ERR is a return on investment for a capital project, a discount rate that makes NPV equal to 0. If the ERR greater than or equal to required rate of return, then accepted. If ERR less than required rate of return, then rejected. Let's jump to analysis of securities and portfolio investment. In the big picture of investment, to buy lower or sell higher, there's an activity interesting that can calculate it by fundamental analysis with intrinsic value, with calculated by investor, and basically it is discounted future cash flow, or by market value if the consensus value by market participants. The decisions are: if intrinsic value higher than market price, you should buy. If intrinsic value less than market price, you can sell or short sell. But if the intrinsic value equal to market price, you just hold very price. And then analyzing finance statement to see risk or return by rational analysis like profitability, liquidity, activity or turnover, leverage, and market ratio. The healthy or not healthy the company, you can calculate it by cash ratio, current ratio, historical trend, industry benchmark, and the composition. In number two, to analysis of security, you can using technical analysis like beta, CAPM, or WACC. And number three, market on investor sentiment. Now move to capital structure. Refer to the specific mix of debt and equity that company utilize to finance its operation and growth. Long-term source of fund including: number one, debt. This include loans, bonds, and the other forms of borrow fund that company must repay over time, typically with interest. In equity, this represent ownership in the company, which that include common stock, preferred stock, and retained earnings. Shareholders are entitled to a portion of future profit and cash flow. We can see theory of Modigliani and Miller. With the tax deductibility of interest payment, the optimal capital structure is 100% of debt. What is the factor of determine optimal capital structure? Number one, tax benefit. Number two, expected cost of financial distress. In the next chapter is corporate restructuring. From financial distress, 51% going to financial restructuring. How to surviving and transforming business? Number one, stop the bleeding. Number two, financial restructuring. Number three, temporary pivoting. Number four, strategic realigning. Number five, refinding core business and new ways of doing business. And how to do restructuring corporate structure are: number one, capital structure. Number two, working capital management. Number three, asset structure. Number four, revenue management. Number five, cost of management. Number 6, cash flow management. Number 7, growth management. And number 8, risk management. In the sixth course about fraud risk management, talk about occupational fraud and abuse like corruption, asset misappropriation, and fraudulent statement, and how people can do it fraud. In the fraud hexagonal, people can do it because opportunity, justification, arrogances, competence, character, and needed. Prevent fraud. Number 1, building employee ethnic, right SOP, training employee, protective security, create whistleblower mechanism. In corporate finance, we also learn about ESG finance and investment. ESG, or environmental social governance, is a comprehensive framework used to evaluate sustainable and ethical practices of business. In investment decisions made with considering ESG can leading to long-term investment. The sustainability finance like finance market, investment strategy, and banking service. And the last, we talk about dividend policy. Dividend policy really influences two decisions. They are how much the firm earnings should be distributed to shareholders as dividend and how much should be retained for capital investment. But the question is, dividend policy is important. There is a 3 points. Number 1, dividends are irrelevant. Number 2, high dividend are best. And number 3, low dividend are best. So that's all subject I have learned about corporate finance. Finally, what is lesson to learn about corporate finance? Corporate finance is a critical area of finance that focus on how corporates manage their financial resources to maximize shareholder value while balancing risk and profitability. The field encompasses various activities, including capital structuring, funding source, investment decision, and financial planning. So that's all about mind mapping of corporate finance. I hope I can see you again in another mind mapping from EMBA IPME. Thank you so much. Bye.